What is up guys, this is Amir here and welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to talk about a lens, Sigma 16mm f1.4. We want to review this lens and see if it is any good for you. Okay, first of all, I have to tell you this is not a scientific review. I just want to share my experiences and my love about this particular lens. I got this lens around 2 months ago, and during this time, I can say this lens was attached to my camera 99% of the time, both for video and still photos. This is not a very expensive lens. It costs around $450. Link in the description. And inside the box there is nothing very particular, just the lens hood and the lens cap. Also the filter size is 65mm for this lens. In most parts this lens is made of metal and it has a very good quality, and there is a very smooth focus ring on it. This lens doesn't come with image stabilizer, so I suggest to use this lens in cameras that come with in-body image stabilizer, just like Sony a6500, the camera that I use. But if you want to use it on gimbal on any of E-mount Sony cameras, it's gonna be fantastic. Also, there is a rubber here that makes this lens weather sealed, which is very nice. This lens is APS-C size and is made for cameras like Alpha 5000 series and also Alpha 6000 series, like A6000, A6300 and A6500 cameras. But at the same time you can use this lens on Sony full frame cameras, just like A7R2, A7R3 and A7S2. But you need to switch to Super 35 mode in A7R series. On A7S series you don't have Super 35 mode, but you can use zoom in your camera and do a little bit of crop to get rid of vignetting. But on A7R series cameras, you know that your best friend is Super 35 mode because of the better capabilities in low light. So anyways, when you are shooting videos, especially in low light, you are using a crop sensor on that full frame body. So you will not lose anything if you use this lens. This is a 1.4 aperture lens, and I love the bokeh that this lens gives me both in photo and video. The video that you are watching right now is also shot on a Sigma 30mm f1.4, and as you can see behind me there is a very creamy blurry background. So on this lens also you can get the same amount of blurry background, which is really nice. Also, because it's a fast lens, f1.4, you can use it in low light, and the low light capabilities are really awesome, even in crop sensors. Since it's a wide-angle lens, it's really good for landscape photography, and also if you are a vlogger, this lens is awesome for you. I really suggest this lens for vloggers. Look at some of the vlogs that I got with this lens. Still images are also very sharp and very wide, but there is a little bit of distortion, which is normal in this focal length, but you can always modify this in post, so this is not a big issue. From autofocus point of view also, although this is not a native Sony lens, but the autofocus speed is not less than Sony lenses. During the 2 months that I've used this lens, I've never had any issue with the autofocus on this lens. But at the same time, the manual focus, because this ring is wired based, it's not very ideal for manual focus. So if you are a manual focus user, this lens is not very good for you. But at the same time, I didn't have any issue with the autofocus, and I've never had to use manual focus on this lens. So this is not bothering me. If you are in Canada, this lens comes with a 7-year Canadian warranty. I don't know about US, but in Canada it's like this. So what type of photographers and videographers this lens is good for? Landscape shooters, low light shooters, and vloggers. This lens is awesome, and I really suggest you to add this lens to your collection. Oh, I almost forgot to say that the autofocus on this lens is very quiet as well. You will not hear any noise for autofocus on this lens, and this is very good, especially for videographers. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If yes, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And stay tuned for the coming videos that I upload every week. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next week. Petrut.